Midas and Palatine referred us a customer, as we've done work for them before. And this customer has a 2002 ML55 Mercedes Benz. And one of his rear bleeder screws broke. So let's give it an attempt to get him back on the road. But yet we have to preserve that color. So let me know in the comments down below if you think I can do it.
So Mercedes-Benz debuted this at the Detroit Auto Show in 1999, making it the first AMG truck. It had the W163 chassis and was one of the most powerful SUVs in the world.
That's rounded.
Now, under the hood of this W163 ML55 was a 5.4 liter V8 creating 342 horsepower, and at that time it was unbelievable.
Now approaching the original caliper, that's the reason for being here. That broken bleeder. I don't want to warm it up, this little bleeder screw in here, so we're going to step drill it. We gave it a little shock and awe. We had to put a little heat on it. Dipped it in some water, make the contraction, expansion. PB. These ones are really tough, man, because they appear to have some thread lock in there, but we'll get it, baby. Actually, we're gonna keep step drilling it. Let's try a 5/30 seconds. Let's go to a 3/16. We're looking good, we're looking good. By using the step procedure, we could almost get it out without even ruining the thread. So more of the PB blaster. Like surgery. But we gotta save this because this is gonna cost the customer a lot of money. And that's the point of us being here. We don't want to do that. We can get that opening. You can see the bottom cracking. 7/30 seconds. Woo-wee! Got to the bottom. Let me show you guys. Now we finally see the seat there. We're gonna step it up to a quarter. I'm gonna put a helicoil in this, and let's get that going. Into the washer. Get these things cleaned up. So we got to the point where now I think it's better to put the helicoil in there. I like to do the helicoil. I feel more safe with that because as you put tension on the helicoil itself, it actually expands into the body of the caliper. The ability to put more tension if you're trying to seat the bleeder at the bottom. But while those are washing, I'm gonna go wash my hands up, get to the parts room, pick out those parts. As soon as they're done washing, I'll do the helicoil. In the meantime, let's go to the parts room.
This crazy SUV was going 0 to 60 in just about 6 seconds. For weighing 5,000 pounds, it was remarkable for its time.
We got these bolts here. Oop. Clean up all the threads on this. Clean them up a little bit so they're so it's easier for the reinstall and to keep those two halves together. There you have it. All the threads are cleaned up, ready for the install. It sounds like the washer's off. Let's go get those parts out of the steam cleaner. Drill the hole a little bit bigger to start the helicoil process. Since it's aluminum, I like to get the chips away so it doesn't create another thread that I don't want. The closer we get to the seat, the better. Voila. And there we have our oversized thread. The hole is centered. Now let's get that helicoil installed. I'm going to use this drive tool. I like to start out with my fingers, get a little lube on it. You should be able to do it with your hands. There it is. And our helicoil is installed. Now it's its original threads, and I will have to break off that little piece in there simply by using a pick and just bringing it up. We should be okay. Pistons are perfect. Typically these aluminum pistons never pit. Perfect combo. Aluminum caliper, aluminum piston. Move these babies up. I like to coat everything under the boot all the way around. It is a cylinder. Let's start driving these in. As you can see, got a clean bore. Again, hand driven. Now we know it can't get stuck. Again, the customer didn't want these blasted. I always prefer that, but the customer pays our bills. 4 perfectly installed pistons. Let's start assembling the 2 halves together. Sure. This hole and this hole are aligned. There's 2 different cycles, 2 lines. There's 2 short lines. There's 6 Allen. A little bit of time on this one, so we're going to pinch that seal. And then we'll hand tighten it, like doing it with the hand, because these are aluminum. Nice and snug. Again, we're working with aluminum. We don't want to strip it. Okay. Now, time for the bleeder. That's going down. Give it a little more snug. I think we're okay, but we're going to test it now. We want to make sure no fluid is coming out of here. The fluid I just put in, the testing fluid. And we're golden, baby. Push the pistons back in. We're gonna mark this one since it's the failed bleeder. It's a green pen. Let's try this off. I know we couldn't really save the color as much as I should have. You got to do what you have to do, man. So I'm gonna mark the maximum torque it needs, or like a stopping point, so the mechanic knows. I marked the casting here and the bleeder. Shouldn't be more than that. And not as clean. Guy wants it just to get by, and I respect that. So after 2-3 hours of these calipers, same day, we hope Midas and Palatine's happy. Our customer Eugene, he's all ready to go on his 2002 ML55. It was a pleasure doing this entire video with you guys. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead and put that below. Like and subscribe if you'd like. And always remember one thing: break on.